Imagine, if you will, sitting down to listen to some music and having a computer create on the spot a great song with meaningful, heartfelt lyrics, with melodies and harmonies that soar and lift us up. This is the promise of songs generated by artificial intelligence. But I'm here to report we aren't there yet. I thought it would be fun to write some Christmas songs using artificial intelligence, so I went to a website called Industry Hackers, that's hackers with a Z instead of an S, and used it to generate lyrics for 3 Christmas songs. Then, I went to a site called Ava to generate the music. It's spelled A-I-V-A, and I'm not sure if it's pronounced Ava or Ava, whatever. Ava required me to download an app that I could use to generate the songs. I liked this approach because I could see, and to a certain extent, edit the parts of the song. Also, I could download the song in a MIDI format so that I could use my own sampled and synthesized instruments to generate the song. Then, I had to fit the lyrics from the lyric generator, that's the Industry Hackers site, and work with them to fit them to the music created by Ava. Then I sang the song to the best of my ability. In some instances, I changed the order of the lyrics to fit the music, and in some cases, I changed the order of the music to fit the lyrics. I tried to stay as true to the original as I could. Hi, I'm Tim Rose, and this is the Tim Tunes Podcast. In this special Christmas episode, we'll attempt to write and record 3 original Christmas songs using artificial intelligence. So relax, have a seat in our sleigh while we listen to Christmas of the Future. Growing up in the house as the second of 6 children was always a challenge. Each year, my parents would single out one child to have a super Christmas, and the rest would get to have an okay Christmas. So, that meant that every year, one kid would get what they wanted, and the others would get what mom and dad could afford. Of course, as the second child, there weren't always 5 sibs around, but the situation continually got worse as I got older and our family grew. Christmas and birthdays were the only times that we got presents. As young children, we saw Christmas as this life-changing event where we got a magical gift from an elf who somehow knew what we wanted. If we had been good, then we would get the present that we wanted. Unless either we hadn't been good enough to deserve what we wanted, or, and this is where it gets tricky, somehow the gift we wanted wasn't the gift we needed. Santa had the perception not only to see what we wanted and deserved, but also to give us the gift that we really needed to become a better person. Magical. Let me see if I can clarify with an example. One year for Christmas, I asked for a bazooka. I know, nothing says celebrate the birth of Jesus like a weapon designed to destroy a tank filled with dirty commies. Of course, I wanted a toy bazooka. Even I knew better than to ask for a real bazooka. That's just crazy. But there was this cool kid-sized replica on the shoulder tube that fired a fairly large plastic projectile that I wanted. You know, looking back, I can understand my parents' reluctance to purchase a gift like this for me. I didn't have the best record with projectile toy weapons. One year, I got one of those bows and arrows with the suckers on the tips of the arrows. I don't know if I was thinking of William Tell shooting the apple off his son's head or what, but I hit my grandma square in the face with the arrow that stuck to her forehead. I discovered that if you licked the suction cup before you fired it, it would stick much better on contact. I remember a red circle on her face when she removed the arrow. Or maybe not. Maybe I made the whole thing up, and that's just what I wanted to have happened, or maybe it happened to someone else and I just manufactured this memory. Still, a good story, not to be wasted. But I digress. Bazooka, remember? Come Christmas morning, under the tree was this bazooka-sized present for me, and I was really excited. Unfortunately, when I unwrapped the present, it wasn't a bazooka at all, but rather this tube that could be loaded with colorful ping pong sized plastic balls that shot out a harmless 20 feet or so. I was so disappointed. I guess Santa had decided that I didn't need a weapon of minor mass destruction and instead gave me colored balls. Dissatisfied, I tried to understand why Santa had decided that this was the gift for me. I had been very good this year. It was a child's philosophical conundrum that I just could not resolve. Perhaps it was my mother's observation of my distress, or maybe just an old tradition that prompted her to bake a birthday cake for Jesus and help us remember why we celebrate the holiday at all. Each Christmas morning, we would all gather around Jesus' birthday cake, decorated in red and green because I guess they were his favorite colors, light the candles, and sing happy birthday to Jesus. Then we blow out the candles. I never understood why he didn't do that himself, and help ourselves to birthday cake and ice cream. In creating this song, I asked both the AI lyrics tool and the AI music tool to create a birthday song for Jesus. This is what I got.
Happy birthday, Jesus. Blow out the candles on your cosmic cake. Radiant love shines brightly. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, it's that time of year when Santa and his reindeer cheer. But let's not forget the joyous reason for this festive holiday season. Happy birthday, Jesus. Blow out the candles with celestial flare. Your light guides through us, through every earthly care. It's your birthday, Jesus. All eyes are on you. We gather round the world to celebrate anew. Happy birthday, Jesus. Every gift we wrap and every hymn we sing, paying tribute to our heavenly King. So let us raise a joyful noise today, dancing merrily in honor of your day. Though it ain't easy being born divine, you're still humble enough to drink our wine. Happy birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday, Jesus. Oh, it fills my heart with glee to celebrate your birth so happily. Every step and twirl is a thank you note. Lord Jesus Christ, he brings and he creates. But now I know my vocal skills may pale, but in this song I know it won't fail. Gonna sprinkle some love and laughter true, spreading joy like confetti just for you. In the timeless tale we write in history books, you gave mankind redemption wherever sin hooks. Happy birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday.
When I was younger, so much younger than today, I used to work the Christmas tree lot with my dad for the Lions Club in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Each year, we'd unload all the Christmas trees onto the lot. Then we'd tag them and sell them according to size and type. We had to cut off the bottom of the tree when it was sold to help the tree absorb water. Usually, my job was to stay out of the way and help put the trees on the roofs or trunks of cars. We'd take all the ends of the trees that we cut off and burn them in the 50-gallon drum to stay warm. I remember hanging out with the guys and standing around the fire as some of my fondest Christmas memories of that time. Those old memories of times and people and places that have vanished can be bittersweet. All of the old "I'm missing you at Christmas" songs are like that. Like "Blue Christmas" and "I'll Be Home for Christmas." This next song shares that melancholy sort of Christmas feeling. I told the AI lyrics tool that I wanted a sad Christmas song where I was missing someone. I told the AI music tool that I wanted a Christmas blues song. And this is what I got.
When the snowflakes fall and the world turns white, I can't help but feel these blues in this lonely night. Though we're miles apart, my love, on Christmas Day, my heart aches in silence as memories start to sway. Oh, Christmas blues, they grip my soul so tight. Yet I hold on to your love with all my might. Through the distance and time that keeps us at bay, our affection burns strong like a star's eternal ray. The carols play softly on this chilly winter's eve, but the cheerful tunes remind me of what I can't achieve. Wrapped up in nostalgia, I close my weary eyes, whispering, I miss you, 'neath the vast December skies. Oh, Christmas blues paint shadows on the wall, yet our love endures, it won't crumble, nor will it fall. From afar or nearby, forever you'll be mine to see. In dreams of Yuletide magic, where true hearts roam free. In every ornament that adorns this holiday tree, a reflection of your smile is ever present to me. Though twinkling lights and mistletoe above our heads, we share an unbreakable bond despite path led by threads. Amidst bustling shoppers searching for perfect gifts anew, I nod politely, yet long for one glimpse of you. For even if we're separated by space and circumstance, why, you remain etched within me, my companion by my side. So let these melancholic notes drift away with time's embrace, as melodies of longing travel through each snowy trace. With hope tucked deep inside, 'neath this nostalgic hue, know that even apart, dear one, I'll always love you.
When I was in college at Frostburg, Maryland, my roommate and I decided to throw an end-of-the-semester Christmas party in December of 1976 at our off-campus house. Now, being a college student, by definition, I had very little money, but far be it for a little detail like that to prevent merrymaking. Then one day, while walking through the student union, I spied Santa Claus, all decked out, handing out candy canes or raising money for some charity or another. I went over to Santa and asked if he would come to our party. He replied he would. When I went to ask him how much he would charge, he impishly replied with a smile, "I'll be there," and off he went. When the day of the party arrived, we scraped together what little we had for a keg of beer, a few little decorations, and a few small presents for those who attended the party. I took a few dollars and bought as many comic books as I could. Back in those days, you could buy a bundle of 4 comics for 25 cents. You couldn't tell what comics were in the bundle, so you just took your chances and hoped for the best. I wrapped each comic with a little ribbon and then set them aside for the guests. The party was in full swing when around 9 p.m., Santa arrived at the door. He was a marvelous Santa, full white beard, luxurious red robe with white fur trim, black leather boots, the real deal. He sat up in a corner and asked if I had any gifts he could give out. He took the comics that I'd put together and put them in his bag and proceeded to hold court in one of the bedrooms. One by one, each of the college students sat on Santa's lap. He asked if they had been good over the past year and what they wanted for Christmas. It was quite a sight to see all these normally cynical college students transformed into their child selves and the delight on their faces. Some were recently returned vets from the Vietnam War going to college on the GI Bill. It didn't matter. We're all children on Santa's lap. After a while, I was distracted and didn't see when Santa got up to leave. I rushed to the door to offer him some money just in time to see him get into his white Cadillac Brougham with this red interior and drive off into the night. I told the AI lyrics tool that I wanted a song about a crazy Christmas morning in the style of Tom Lehrer. I uploaded my song I'm Mad for the AI music tool to use as a template. I'm Mad is in a major key, and what I got is in a minor key. Go figure. So, this is what I got. Have a listen now to Crazy Christmas.
On a crazy Christmas morning, what did I see? A stack of oddball presents laid under the tree. From Auntie Flo and Uncle Joe, they couldn't buy right, but these goofy gifts filled my heart with delight. Crazy Christmas morning, it's an oddball sensation with funky little treasures causing pure elation. No high-end gadgets or fancy designer wear, just wacky surprises that show how much they care. First came a tie adorned with fluffy toy ducks. You betcha that gift was all kinds of bucks. It seemed utterly absurd to wear about town, but who cares about fashion when you're this renowned? Next arrived the toaster shaped like Elvis Presley's head, toasting rock and roll bread while snugly in its bed. I chuckled at the sight of burnt side-burned toast. Who knew kitchen appliances could be such a host? It's crazy Christmas morning, it's an oddball sensation when funky little treasures causing a pure elation. No high-end gadgets or fancy designer wear, just wacky surprises that show how much they care. Then I opened a box marked Singing Fishing Pole. It warbled jolly tunes as if straight from the North Pole, while casting lines into air instead of serene lakes. I danced merrily along what lovely musical breaks. Unconventional presents make memories true, for on this merry holiday we love them through and through. My very last present was a hat with cowbells attached. I wore it while dancing, a sight surely unmatched. Neighbors peeking from curtains, questioning my sanity, but laughter swept the block, an uproarious calamity. Crazy Christmas morning, it's an oddball sensation, funky little treasures causing pure elation. No high-end gadgets or fancy designer wear, just wacky surprises that show how much they care. Oh, Santa, bless their hearts, they bring joy so rare, though wrapped up in silliness like underwear. Unconventional presents make memories true, for on this merry holiday we love them through and through. So embrace those goofy gifts with all of your might, 'cause crazy Christmas mornings offer endless delight. They remind us to chuckle and not take life too seriously. May your holidays be filled with oddballs most mysteriously.
Artificial intelligence used to mean any application that could learn and change in ways that were not intended by the original programmer. Basically, an application could change its own program code based on feedback of some kind from the application. Nowadays, artificial intelligence seems to apply to any program that uses large databases to follow sets of rules to do something that seems to mimic human behavior. That first kind of artificial intelligence is the one you have to watch out for. Skynet takes over the world a la Terminator. But I think the second kind of AI is what we are mainly seeing now. Programs that seem to be generating human behavior but aren't. This sort of thing has been around for a long time. The old program Eliza is used to imitate a therapist. It's very cleverly programmed as to questions and to provide feedback based on a few simple phrases. If this is the case, then it looks like whoever programmed the music side of things for our AIs is very influenced by contemporary pop music, as the melodies and arrangements tend to be very simple, like most of pop music today. If, on the other hand, these AIs are using what I'll refer to as real machine learning systems, then I feel pretty sad for the future of music. None of the songs seem to have much joy in them. To me, they all sound kind of sad and morose. I hope this isn't a reflection of what people are feeling. I genuinely hope AI finds some way to feel happy. Without killing us all, of course. That's all for this episode. I'll be back next year with a brand new season of podcasts featuring interviews with music and performance professionals. You won't want to miss it. Please feel free to send me comments on this episode via Facebook at the Tim Tunes Podcast group or email me at timtunespodcast@gmail.com or via Twitter at Rimtoes. Or, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you can send me messages via Patreon. Patreon subscribers have ad-free access to all of my podcasts and loads of other goodies. If you'd like to donate, you can do so at my Patreon site at patreon.com/timtunes. Or you can send a donation via PayPal to @Rimtoes. It's an anagram of Timrose. You'll figure it out. If you can't donate, no problem. You can also help out the podcast by writing a review or on whatever podcast tool you use or by liking us on Facebook or iTunes. That'll go a long way towards increasing my reach. Also, you can support the show just by listening to some of my songs on your favorite music streaming service. However you choose to support the show, I appreciate you. I leave you now with my first ever computer-generated music. I recorded this music for an ad in 1977 on an Atari 800 using a program that I wrote from scratch. I hope you and yours have a safe and wonderful holiday season and a happy new year.
Beltway. Georgia Avenue is heavy, but is a better route to get in, and Wisconsin Avenue is in good shape. Rockville Pike as you come down from the Capitol Beltway, so I'd recommend that. My guest co-pilot this morning, Joe Finan. Joe's the sales manager for Royal Business Machines. Walt Sterling for the Math Box.
Christmas is computer time at the Math Box, the area's largest sales and service centers for Atari home computers. You'll find the popular 400 and 800 computers in stock and the largest Atari software selection all at the Math Box. Space games, strategy games, plus hundreds of educational and professional software packages will amuse and amaze every member of your family. The Atari home computer is the big gift for 1981. And every weeknight till Christmas, you can see a live demonstration by visiting a Math Box store near you. So visit the Math Box tonight. Take control of your own spaceship, learn Spanish, or check out prices on the stock exchange. It's all possible with an Atari home computer, the same computer that wrote the music for this commercial. The Math Box in Wheaton, College Park, Fairfax, and downtown at 2109 L Street. Credit cards are honored. In the district, ask for Alfredo.